I'm live real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and share this conversation. So I just shared it to Facebook. I've been getting a lot of conversation about a video that I posted earlier today, based on some information that was provided to me by a young lady who was, according to reports, the last person to see Mr. Stephon Delonte Walls in Goldsboro, North Carolina. Uh, and Mr. Walls went missing March the 15th in Goldsboro. And according to detectives that I spoke to, he is no doubt still missing. Now, I do want to clarify. Earlier, I put up a video. I was contacted by the young lady, Miss Essence Artist, who was reportedly the last person to be with him. And you can go back and watch that interview in which she told me that the police, detectives, had called her, told her that, he was fine. He was in the car. He didn't want to be bothered. That's why he been missing. Now, I posted that video with her, put it up, online, put it in, you know, social media. And then, of course, I got a lot of calls, got a lot of texts, got a lot of information. I got more information about this case than I would really care to know. And I definitely cannot share some of the things that I've learned over the past 3 hours. Now, I have talked to the mother of Mr. Walls, Crystal Bannerman. We talked. We had a long talk, and we are cool. You know, I talked with the detectives, and they gave me some information. And if you listen to that first video, the lady, clearly says that the detective told her that, he was found and, he was, you know, all good. And the detectives, I'm going to, if you go back under that post, I left that post up. The detective, once again told me similar information. Said he had been, this is what he told me. He said he had been located, but he has not been found. So, just to clarify, the young man, Stephon Walls, uh, who has been missing since March the 15th, is still missing. And that's pretty much all of the information that I would like to care to say, because, just trying to help the individual get her side of the story out. You know, some information was put out that, according to, people, and the information isn't exactly false. It's what people were saying, misinformation. I can see how that could be misinformation when, the people are saying he was spotted, but, they made it seem like to me that he had been spotted like 10 minutes ago, if that makes sense. And I won't go into any further details because, I don't want to make anybody else mad, or, compromise any information or investigation. But I am going to leave that last video up because I think, the conversation that I had with the young lady may be relevant to this situation as it unfolds. And once again, the young lady called me. She wanted to clear her name. Evidently, the prophet Ruben made a video sort of kind of implicating her, asking about her Facebook posts and things like that. The young lady's sister reached out to me and was like, hey, my sister is going through it. She wants to, get with you so she can clear her name. That's what I did. I mean, and honestly, this happened in Goldsboro, North Carolina. A young man's been missing since the 15th. Honestly, I've seen the flyers, I've seen the information, but for reasons like this that I'm going through, that I had to go through today, I don't touch things in my hometown, because sometimes it's a never win situation. Like, just like the video I put up today where the young lady was clearing her name, there's other people in the town that felt like, well, she's not telling the truth or whatever. So, they call me and give me information like, nah, right? Now, if I was to say, okay, well, according to the information I'm getting from them, this lady looks like a suspect, then what happened? This lady's family called me and say, well, nah, this, that, and the other. So I've learned, just to not even touch things in my hometown, because, I know my hometown. Like, it's funny that way. Even though I'm trying to help, I always get painted the bad guy. Or you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing that. So I deliberately did not address the Stephon Wall situation just for this reason right here. But of course, the young lady reached out to me. I can't say no when somebody says, okay, well, I want to share some information. Hey, you get in there. But I'm going to leave that information up so you can go back and listen to her testimony. And as the investigation unfolds, you can compare her testimony to, what's real or what's not. But, I just had to stop. I'm literally driving through a storm, like, literally a storm. I done made it through 3 states. Rain it finally slowed down. I had to get some gas, so I said, let me stop and make this situation once again clarifying, because once again, I've talked to the mother, I've talked to the detective, and I know way too much about this situation than I would care to know, because in my position, I want to tell it all. But of course, if I tell it all, I'm not going to make somebody happy. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to let the detectives handle it. I'm not going to say anything else about it. Once again, my prayers go out to the mother. Like I said, we had a long talk, and we have, she opened my eyes to some things. But clearly, when I receive information, what I'm doing is sharing information. That young lady told me that this missing man had been found, and I'm like, yay! Let's let everybody know that the man has been found. But then the information was misleading that I got, or that was said on the video. You can go back and watch it. So special agents don't, it may be someone owe money. We don't know. Like I said, I would hate to speculate. Well, I mean, from the information I got, I can do a lot of speculation, but I won't do that. I'll just let the paid professionals do their jobs. But this is like literally like I had to stop my trip. I'm literally heading 3 states, 4 states away to literally go try to help somebody else who's in a bad legal situation and they have no help. Like, this is not something that, I do for likes or clicks. Like, this is who I am, trying to help people, hopefully people will see that. And when there is information, if there is information that's not right, I always do. Like now, I'm going to come back and correct it. So, once again, you can go back and watch that other video, and you'll see what I am corrected. Just to be clear, the young man is 32-year-old Stephon Delonte Walls. You see his picture on the last poster, missing poster, and hopefully, this young man, as has been said, he has been spotted, but he has not been found. So hopefully, he will surface, safely and intact, as I thought, on the last video. But I'm gonna go ahead about my travels now. But I felt that that I owed it to the people who, what really the mother, like anybody else, and the family members, the sisters. I apologize if any information that I shared, got you guys, in a bad state. But I definitely don't want to, make the investigation any less effective by saying he was found. So let me clarify, he was not found. Stephen Delonte Walls of Goldsboro, North Carolina, last seen in the Arrington Bridge area, has not been found. He was spotted at a location. Once again, I'm not going to give all the details of what has been said, but um he was spotted at. And I think the person, I see you said, why didn't they call the police? And I don't think that the person knew that he was actually missing then. But once again, I'm not sure. This is pure speculation. But prayers go out to the family and the sisters. Y'all. If anything I can do to help, I don't know what I can do. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep my mouth shut about it because it's once again, I don't know, man, what they say. The scripture says, not saying I'm a prophet, but they say prophet is not without honor in his own home. Meaning, when you can be at home trying to do all the good, but somebody gonna find something bad in it. But it seems like everywhere else I go, people give me encouragement and say keep doing what you do. I mean, home too. Like people, I'm not gonna say everybody, but it's something about when you handle a situation and everybody, something about some information that you're going to share, especially about these sensitive situations like this situation. It's going to garner some emotions. And I spoke with a young lady who we had some back and forth on social media. We talked for about an hour about the situation. So and I explained to her, I know it's not personal, but when something like this happens, everybody's emotions are high. So sometimes we take that misplaced anger on the person who is most or right in front of you, or person who is easy to touch. Like I make myself easy to touch, easy to access. Like that's why my phone was ringing off the hook. Like, no man, this, that, and the other, 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 this, that, and the other. I said, okay, give me some time, let me check. So I called the detectives, talked to the mother, and that's why I'm getting to give some clarity on that situation. So yeah, man, it's just it's an overall sad situation. And like I said, I literally just trying to help the young lady get her story out, because there was Instagram posts about just kind of pointing the finger to her. So you can go back and watch that video, and I won't share no more information until this situation is resolved. Then I'll go back and revisit that video. But hopefully, the detectives will do their job, or people once again will come forth. One thing, like I said in the other video, people in Goldsboro, North Carolina, everybody knows something, but nobody says nothing. But everybody is like, oh, what happened? And ooh, somebody do this. But that's another thing I don't like about small towns. Like when something tragic happens, everybody's so tight-lipped, but everybody loves the community, which you can't have it both ways. So peace and blessings, man. I'm out. Let me hit this road, man. Let me duck some of this rain. But once again, man, the young man is still missing. He was seen, but he still hasn't been found. So y'all be blessed. Hope everyone has a pleasant day. Peace and love.